All right, wiggle your head. I see your head. Yeah, that should be good.
My head's big enough that everyone should see it.
It is large. I was going to bring that up, but some people are a little bit...
No. Capacity is relevant to brain size.
No.
I didn't say function.
Capacity is relative to cranial size, period. It could be a big hollow melon. All right, your headset's off. There you go. Dr. Dan, how we doing?
Just fine, thank you. How you doing?
Never better.
Well, that's pretty good.
That's a lie.
Oh.
It's just a flat out lie.
I just cringe every time you go in there and break the mic booms. That's what makes me uptight.
Well, if I don't break them, they're never going to buy new ones.
They're not going to buy new ones.
We had a banner year.
I heard that.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Sales guy told us he's had a banner year, so.
Well, yeah, they're not going to spend money.
Well, if a banner year doesn't get it, then I'm not sure what the goal...
Why are we here?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, got to realize what runs this company. It's not the on-air stuff. It's the sales.
Sales had a banner year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. What's your name again?
My name, Taylor Salveson.
What's your on-air name?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Be John Smith.
No. I'll be like Red Eagle 1. You know, get a call sign. You know?
Let's
Makes you seem cooler.
We'll go Red Star.
Red Star. Yeah. That's good for the gun community. I think we should do anything other than a Red Star.
Oh, well, Red Skull.
Yeah, there you
Red
go.
Skull and a Red
There you
Star.
go.
I don't have a lot of choices there.
Red Skull's probably... I guess they're both dictatorial or so forth, right? The character.
Let's get into why you actually picked this as your logo. You got the Red Star.
Well, the logo's simple. The logo is Dan's head.
The Red Skull of
It's
Death.
Dan's an angry bastard, and it's Dan, right? That's simple. The red is just because it stands off the black better than yellow because we didn't want to look like construction workers.
If it was.
That's really it. That's as simple as that gets. It's not any deeper than that. Some people might.
If it's modeled after Dan's head, it should be De-Evolution Sports.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
All right. Red Star, Red Skull.
Red Skull.
I'm ready. You ready?
All right, here we go.
Good. Bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
Hello, folks. Welcome to another edition of Firing Line Radio Show. This is Philip Naiman, your happy host. It's a Saturday. We're having a great time here in Southern California with nothing but blue skies and great weather and not even a threat of impending legislation that's going to take away your Second Amendment rights. Is that correct, Tyler? Taylor scares me. God.
Oh, no. Yeah, not even a threat.
Not even a threat.
No, actual promises, not a threat.
Folks, that's Taylor Salveson. Taylor Salveson with Evolution Sports in Redlands. Good friend. He's been a supporter of the show in the past, and we're going to talk about what we're facing here in California, in the People's Republic of Occupied California.
Yes.
Couple of things that have come up, but let's just talk about the climate in general, about what you saw over this last year. This last year was an election year.
Mm-hmm.
And you were part of our program to try and get as many people as we could registered to vote. So that process, tell them about the program, if you will.
Well, we had in the store the registry to vote for San Bernardino County residents. So if anybody wasn't registered to vote, they could come into the shops, fill out the registration forms, and we at the shops would go ahead and drop them in the mail for them and get them registered to go. Obviously, that doesn't guarantee that anybody shows up at the poll. That's the next big part, is that you have to actually show up and vote. But
must be present to win.
Must be present to win. Yes, absolutely. But try to get people out there as much as possible. Constantly preaching at people in the shop about what's coming up, what these things are in the forecast for California as a whole, and all of the legislation coming down, trying to share as much of the impending doom as possible with people to get them understanding the seriousness of this. But, some of these we didn't win again.
So one of the programs we have is trying to get people who are purchasing firearms registered to vote. And so it's important, and this should be a fixed thing at every single gun store, not just in Southern California, but in America. Those of you out there in free America, we are in a time capsule. We've come back to you from your future. If the progressives continue doing what they're doing, you're just looking at yourselves 10 years from now. That's it. You've got people in the Congress now, all right? People from California, people from New York who are making federal laws. You have Nancy Pelosi, or was it Leftis Irrationalis is her Latin name?
The Latin.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi in charge of the House. Now, last time she was in charge of the House, what good things happened? Oh, I don't know, Obamacare.
What good things happened? I'll wait.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's crickets on that. But that's where they're at. So the crazies that come from safe seats like San Francisco, Los Angeles, those people end up with tenure in Washington, D.C., and they end up running the party and getting their voices heard more than rational people. And
not to mention that, the state's also important, not just at the federal level, but state representatives are so important. Our new governor, which is essentially the president of our state, is as scary a person.
You mean the ex-mayor of San Francisco?
Exactly. This guy's no joke. He really isn't, people. He's a serious threat to your rights in this state. And he's already started his regime.
So the way these guys work is they're like flies. Actually, they're a lot like flies. They feed off of carnage. They feed off of bloodshed, disaster. They have bills waiting. They've already structured them. We need a bill for... now, this is a supposition on my part, but if I were a betting man, I'm going to put money on it. I believe they have bills set aside, written, waiting to be introduced in case somebody has a pistol, multiple shooting, and maybe they have more than one 10-round magazine with them. So now that we've reduced the mag capacity to 10, now they're going to say, well, you can't have more than one magazine.
These are the logical steps of where they move.
And if you take a look at the what was there's a new Democratic congressman just came out and says we want to ban all semi-automatic firearms.
Yeah, I don't know his name either, but I saw that. And the other thing is, it's through the sheer willpower and craftiness of Americans that we've been able to even retain some of the things that we have now. For people that don't understand, some of the laws that are on the books in California and around the country that exist today that regulate your ability to own certain types of firearms, the Democrats that wrote these bills, they didn't want you to own this firearm again. Period. It was just because someone was inventive and was able to get around the law. But I'm telling you, I've seen some of these bills. I saw the bill.
They're getting smart.
From Feinstein. She put out one that was going to be a federal bill. This would have affected all 50 states. And that bill, if you read the language, was all-encompassing of semi-automatics. This wasn't, there would be no bullet button invention. This was a very well-written bill.
All-inclusive.
Yes, I understand firearms very well, and they're learning. They're learning what we're doing to get around these things, to try and retain some of our rights. And the best thing you can do to retain your rights is to get out and vote and make yourself heard. And not just vote, but write your representatives, get on these people's backs, not just in times of voting, but the problem, I say it a lot, in our community, we have this sticker that drives around, and you see it in people, the 3% sticker. And if you're not familiar with it, you'll see the Roman numeral 3 on the back of someone's vehicle, and...
So what is it supposed to stand for?
Well, basically what it is, or is thought to be, is the premise is that in 1776, or during the Revolution, only 3% of the population fought or was really engaged somehow in the war, being supportive, whether or not they were fighters or running information or anything like that. But 3% of the population, the total population of the colonies, fought and changed the outcome of history. The other 97% sat on the sidelines and did nothing. And so it's basically saying, if you see the sticker, that I'm one of the 3% and I'll fight for my country and do so. And I say constantly, it's just not true. We're not the 3%. They are. They're winning. They're getting us. It's them who is encroaching. And I'm as a store owner, there's people in my shop all the time, and they share the sentiment that they want out of this state. They're getting out of this state. I have lots of customers who have left the state. And I say constantly to people anymore, I have the same sentiment they do. I don't like being oppressed here any more than they are. There's golden lands to the east,
there's desert to the east.
Yeah, well, that's why. Yeah, enough sun reflection, it turns gold. You dehydrate enough and it starts to look, the mirage makes it look good. But
Phoenix at 127 degrees does not sound inviting to me.
No, it doesn't. And the thing is, but if you're not willing to stand here and fight for what you believe in, you're certainly not going to do it in someone else's land.
Right. You're
and if
go
all
there
of
and
San
coast also.
Absolutely. And they're not.
No.
They're not. I say this constantly.
It's their religion.
Yes, absolutely. That is what it is. It's their religion.
They're rabidly infected with this fight.
Yes, this plague spreads. I say that all the time,
It's like Z.
It is. It's absolutely what it is, And people need to take it seriously because, they do.
Well, they'll beat us. They'll beat us flat because
they
have
are
guys,
beating us.
Yes. And it's because guys are on cruise and women are on cruise control. It's like, oh, well, the NRA will do this, or the California, somebody else will do this. Somebody else. Why aren't you doing this?
Right.
It's the old crap about pointing in one direction when you got three other fingers pointing back at you.
Yes.
And guys, and I say that all inclusively. LBGQT, ST.
STD.
It's all guys, right?
My favorite part of it, the STDs.
hey, this is our last show. But it's an all-inclusive folks. We have to get involved here. This is your fight. You cannot leave. Now, I do financial planning and retirement planning for a living. And so many times in our meetings with somebody, that's their goal is I'm selling my California real estate and I'm plucking out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And, there has to be somebody left to buy your real estate or you're not going to have any money to go anywhere else.
Yes, amen.
And so we're all in this together, whether you realize it or not. And it's about time people wake up and say, you know what? Why am I going to let somebody with a man bun determine my Second Amendment future?
Amen. Yeah, I mean, it's just all they'll move that goal line or that post every inch they can, and they're doing so. And we have a lot that has just passed on us. We have a lot that's coming down the pipe potentially, and this new governor is.
They're for real.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a scary person for us.
So one of the things I'm going to invite you folks to go do on February 2nd and 3rd at the Riverside Indoor Shooting Range, we're going to have the RX seminar. That's our buddy Rex Tibor from rexdefense.com. You can get tickets there. This is a precision rifle shooting seminar. Rex is really, really big about making sure that patriots know how to work a defensive system. This is extremely important. You're going to want to be there. You're going to get information on ballistics, on how to... more information. It's almost like ballistics through a fire hose. And it's great information. I want you guys to get out there. You can find out on our Facebook page. I've got a link. You can go straight to rexdefense.com and buy your tickets there. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday, February 2nd and 3rd at the Riverside Indoor Shooting Range. We're going to go see Big Tom Reese out there. He's helping us sponsor this. And you need to get involved because your bolt action rifle and your lever action rifle may become your very new best friend here in California. Firing Line Radio Show, we'll be right back after this.